Commander, Season 18 of Cosmic Crucible starts tomorrow, and for me, it marks the beginning of a new era.
Hard, no cash to spend, free to play till the very
Thanks to not having an Ultimate 32 or an Ultimate 16, where I could have potentially lost my progress in the main seasons of Cosmic Crucible, I have found myself climbing to Masters 1, and honestly, I'm a bit worried. But this is a challenge, and challenges are part of the climb. So today, I'm going to walk you through my Season 18 defense setup, what's changed, what I've learned, and how I plan to claw my way further up the ladder, completely free to play. All right, so first up, we have the global rules for this season. Common Witchcraft. On defense and offense, non-mythic mystic characters are going to gain plus 20% drain per negative effect for bleed, offense down, trauma, or disrupted. And we do have the usual rule, which is on defense, all characters are going to gain 20% max health and 10% damage. And after each completed attempt, they're going to gain +1 exhausted. Cancelled combats do not gain that +1 exhausted. So in stage 1, teamwork. On offense and defense, striker characters on ally turn are going to gain assist now. Now, this is a room that we have had before, and I'll be honest with you, this room for me is going to be the room where I put my Phoenix Force with Super Skrull and Thanos Endgame and Gladiator. Now, yes, I know this is just asking to be completely and utterly Immortal X-Men, but that is the point. We are trying to pull our opponents into a certain way where I want to be, controlling what they're doing. Room 2, Open Wound. On offense and defense, all characters apply bleed on hit and reduce the resistance by 20% for any character with bleed. Now, this room, I didn't really know what to do with, but I'm trying to go as light as possible on defense, because I know now that I'm in Masters, I'm going to be facing some people who are spending money week after week with characters that are going to be fully upgraded. So I need as many tools on offense as I possibly can. So with that in mind, I have put my Superior 6 stroke Insidious 6 with Vulture into the fray. I don't have Superior Spider-Man yet, else this would have been what I would have put here. Again, like I said, to me, this is a pretty much a dead set of rules for the room. Room 3, we have Reflective Shielding, and this one here is on offense and defense. All characters on turn are going to gain deflect and defense up. Again, pretty much of a nothing burger room, this one. So I have just gone for a basic Thunderbolts team in here. We'll see what happens. Again, we're trying to stay as lean as possible and have as much on offense as possible. Free healthcare. On offense and defense, all characters on spawn are going to gain revive once with 50% max health. Now, I've not put a team in here that deals with revive once very well. We are going with the Fantastic Four, the three-piece Fantastic Four MCU, with our Professor X and Nightcrawler. So that should sort all our speed issues out. This room did really well for me last season, picked me up a couple of wins. Let's hope it does the same again this season. We can but hope. Room 5, It Pours. On offense and defense, all characters, when a negative effect is applied to a character, increase the duration of all negative effects on allies of that character by 1. And I think this is pretty much a good shout to put Mephisto in, because he's going to go early. He's going to put the negative effects out, and that will obviously increase the duration of those negative effects by 1. And then I've just put, again, what I used last season with Mephisto, which was Liberty. They seem to do all right on defense, and they are all gear tier 20, so they are all OP 11, which means hopefully I won't be getting overpowered. Finally, we have temporal fluctuations on offense and defense. All characters on turn clear all negative effects on self and gain speed up. With speed up, they are going to gain plus 20% speed, and with bleed, offense down, trauma, or disrupted, they gain 50% speed. Now, what I've put in here is my good old go-to Night Stalkers with Scientist Supreme. Now, the room rule here is that you clear offense down, but they're going to gain speed whilst they have offense down. Now, this is already a pretty quick team, but with Scientist Supreme being able to go first and put that offense down on Blade, Agatha, Oath, and Man-Thing, that's going to give us more speed. And then on turn, they're going to clear those effects and they're going to go, which is pretty damn good. So I'm hoping this room does catch a couple of people out. We are now in Masters 1. Obviously, that means that we're not going to get caught out as often. And so as you can see now, this leaves me quite a decent roster where offense is concerned. So we have our Immortal X-Men here. We also have our Starjammers available. We have our Vigilante available. We have our Accursed available. So we've got all three of the big, most recent Cosmic Crucible teams available. We do have our Illuminati available. We have our Cabal available. And then we have a ton of plug and play stroke blaster characters that we can use. Apocalypse, Quasar, Null. So we've got some tools there that we are able to use to get around the rooms, and hopefully this will be my key to success. I'll check in later in the season with how this defense is performing, and I am really trying to get the streams re-going again. I loved doing it, but just time is the issue at the moment. Let me know in the comments what you're running for Crucible this season, or if you think you found a secret sauce that I need to try. As always, you can find infographics and breakdowns over on the Jetson Squad Discord. Link will be in that description down below. And if you want any more help with building your teams or how to build positively, then check out these videos right here.